The High Net Worth Investors Guide is a unique and exceptional platform of learning. Over many years, we have been analyzing the reasons why businesses start and fail. We have over 50% of businesses that start fail within the first year, and only about 10% survive after the 10-year life cycle. For us, this is a point of concern. So, a theme of us at Global Capital Inc., 10X Branded and Marketing LLC, and Pitch Deck 101 LLC, we form a body and we decide to do a deep dive into the reasons why so many businesses across the world are failing. And we have now built out this platform, the High Net Worth Investors Guide, that will be the go-to platform to really get the essential information to position yourself and for success. Now, today I want to walk you through some of our findings, and perhaps these are pitfalls that you can avoid as you take steps to position yourself to enhance your success in business. Now, one of the first concept I want to talk about today is a concept that we have seen that is one of the reasons why businesses are failing. And the concept that we have developed is multiple MVOs, and I will explain what that is, versus limited resources equals burnout and self-sabotage. Now, let me explain this. Multiple MVO is where you are going to market with multiple value offer. So instead of you focusing on the minimum viable offer, meaning that you are identifying the 1 in 10 factors of brand selection, you're going to market with one product, one services, you're focusing on the max. The next concept here is your most viable offer. The most viable offer means that you are again going to market with one product, but instead of targeting the lowest hanging fruit, you decide to target the high net worth clients. And there's nothing wrong with this. But instead of choosing between the minimum and most viable, we see that many rising stars in business, you're choosing the maximum viable offer, which means that you're going to market with multiple value propositions. Now, while you're doing this, you have limited human resources, you have limited technical resources, and limited capital resources to drive the vision forward. You see, every project that you're going to be going to the market with, every concept, every business idea, it needs to be measured against essential resources, human, technical, and capital resources. In the absence of having adequate human resources, in the absence of having adequate technical resources, in the absence of having adequate capital resources, that vision, that business can be undermined. And just let us examine this a little further. To do marketing and public relations, you need a budget for this. You also need a human resource and capability to do this. In terms of branding and marketing, you may need to have your graphic designer, your digital marketing specialist. In terms of public relation, you need a public relation personnel that understand the art and processes of building relationship, optimizing visibility, reaching impact, and client conversion, understanding processes to optimize the business cash flow, helping you to build confidence, trust, and credibility. And in the absence of these type of resources, again, the vision is going to be on the mind. One of the things that we've seen is that many rising stars in business, you underestimate the cost of doing business. And this in itself can be your demise. So the high net worth Investor's Guide is going to be bringing to you a lot of critical information that will help you, the rise and start in business, to make better business decisions. Now, everything I've just talked about here can be found in the book Master the Sales Communication Process. You will learn more about the MVOs, your minimum viable offer, your most viable offer, your maximum viable offer. You will also learn how to start looking at the resource needs for your projects, meaning human, technical, and capital resources. You need to have a clear mental picture of this. And with this type of knowledge, it's going to help you from experiencing burnout and self sabotaging. All right. So if you want to be successful in business, I encourage you to tap into this unique platform of learning where you can grow and you can scale your business idea and get the support that you need to leapfrog your concept. Now, let me talk a little bit now about the High Net Worth Investors Guide. This program stands on 4 pillars. On pillar 1, you will learn about the law of preparation. Everything that I've just talked about are some of the elements of preparation. How prepared are you for success? If you're ill prepared, you most likely will not be successful in business. But you need to understand so much more about what we're talking about when we're talking about the law of preparation. It's about understanding your MVO. It's about understanding your MVTM, your target market. It's about creating alignment. It's about understanding your TPOP, your targeted performance outcome. And what are those touch points of the targeted performance outcome that you should know? So if you want to be successful in business and in life, I urge you to take the time to really get to understand this unique platform of learning. The second pillar of this program, you will learn about the law of application. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to prepare for success, but never apply yourself after success. So on this platform, you will be learning the essential tools, processes, and systems that you need to apply to bring yourself to the level of success that you want and beyond. So it's a unique platform of learning in this regard. You will learn all the essential application tools that you need to learn, apply, and master. The third pillar of this program, you will also learn about the law of wealth management. You see, a lot of people make money, but you were never truly taught how to manage money. So on this platform, you will learn a lot about financial instruments, meaning debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending, because these are the financial instruments that you have to know how to manage. Second, you will learn how to access these capital portfolio. It doesn't make sense to know how to manage it. You're not accessing it. When you access, it puts you in that better position of trying to fast track the learning curve in terms of how you truly manage capital. Of course, debt operates different than equity financing. Equity financing operates differently from credit financing. Credit financing operates differently from hard money lending and creative financing. You need to ensure that you have this body of knowledge so you're able to make the best and smartest decision. And these are the tools that we're going to be guiding you on. Along with this, you will learn how to leverage, wealth. Leveraging wealth means that you are taking the equity in your asset. It could be a BLOC and it could be a HELOC, but you're taking out the equity and you're leveraging this into smart income producing assets. Or it may mean also that you are leveraging your funding, your capital into creative ways. So these are important concepts that we're going to be going into and to really help you to understand how to leverage. So you have wealth. Do you have wealth sit in a 0.1% interest bearing account, or are there smarter ways to up level those financing? So at the end of the day, your business is cash flow maximizing. The High Net Worth Investors Guide will provide you with all of this information to really help you to make a smarter business decision. So there's a whole lot for us to talk about when it comes to capital leverage and wealth management. The last concept that you will learn under this heading is capital mitigation. Again, we have interfaced with financial experts across the world. And while the role of the accountant is superior, the role of the accountant is important to the organization. It's important to have someone that also, along your accountant, that understand financial instruments in terms of capital mitigation. And let me give a brief example of what I'm talking about. When you take a debt, the debt, we call it the principal balance, but the principal balance is subject to interest. And depending on the cost of capital, depending on the life cycle of the capital, you're going to find that over a period of time, the cost of the capital can be much more than the principal that you're taking out. Now, in terms of capital mitigation, you will be able to learn, apply, and master tools that really enables you to reduce the cost of capital. So let's take for another example, you take $1 million US dollars to invest in your real estate portfolio, but you're paying 10%, that is roughly say 10% over 30 years. That is, a whole lot of funding that you're going to be paying there over that period of time. Over 30 years, instead of you just paying back the principal of $1 million, you're paying back principal and interest to the sum of $3 million. So the cost of capital is actually $2 million. Now, over 30 years, a long life cycle, capital might be depreciating, but I'm not going to be going into all of that today. My important concept here that I want to drive home is to say to you, what if you are able to reduce the cost of capital to 5%? So instead of you paying $2 million in interest on $1 million principal balance, you're paying $1 million. What if you're able to further reduce that? So these are important concepts that we want us to examine. You will learn on the High Net Worth Investors Guide that will help you to make better business decisions. The possibility exists that the cost for capital doesn't matter because of the fact that the income producing asset is generating way and above its expectations. So you're able to honor your monthly debt obligation with a smile on your face. So these are creative concepts you need to have. You need to explore the option. You need to stress test the various options that you have when it comes to mitigating debt. Mitigating capital does not always mean taking steps to reduce the principal balance in order to reduce interest cost. Capital mitigation may also mean that you're identifying creative avenues to leverage the excess liquidity into smart income producing assets. So when you are armed with this body of knowledge, you are in a position of strength to make better business decisions. And this is the objective behind the High Net Worth Investors Guide. The last concept that this pillar that this program is built on, you will also be learning about the concept that we call the law of wealth expansion. The last thing that you want to do is to apply yourself, start to build wealth, and start to manage your wealth well and not growing and expanding. You want to reach to that point where you understand practical tools that you can take to expand in wealth. So on this particular platform, we will talk about real estate investment. We will talk about REIT. We will talk about private equity investment. We will talk about the S&P 500. We will talk about Vanguard. And again, the High Net Worth Investors Guide It's a unique platform of learning. It's a transformational platform of learning that will give you the rising star in business, the competitive advantage that you need to win. All right. So, to summarize today's program, we're saying to you one of the reasons we are seeing many rising stars in businesses are failing is because they're doing too many things at one time. You don't need a plan B, C, or D. You need plan A. But plan A needs to be properly stress tested. And by stress test, what am I saying? Whatever business model you have, you must stress test your business model to the extent that you understand who is your target market. You understand the size of your market because by understanding the size, you know your market viability. You understand how to access your ideal client. You know that you're reaching an urgent and immediate need. And you know that your ideal client has the ability and the willingness to invest with you. Do you understand all of this about your project? Well, you're at the right place. The High Net Worth Investors Guide is built out specifically to provide you with these type of information to ensure that you're making smarter, better business decisions and giving you the tools and the support to scale your business, your brands, your idea more successfully. The beauty about working with us is that we are not only going to give you the theory that has been proven now as a science, we're going to give you the support. So if you need access to capital, we're going to help you access capital. You need support in leveraging capital the smart way, we will give you that support. You need support to mitigate capital cost. This is a platform where you will be able to interface with experts from around the world that will give you that type of support. Again, this program comes to you with the kind compliments of Global Capital Inc., 10X Brandon and Marketing LLC, and Pitch Deck 101 LLC out of New York. Feel free to contact us to learn more about this signature initiative. Be blessed and see you in the next broadcast.